Bitcoin right now is on the edge of a breakout to the upside right here for this specific resistance, the EMA ribbon. Or are we going to roll over and is Bitcoin still going to see the lower 50k levels? That will be the topic of today's video. We are going to have a look at some charts, also of course the Whirlpool chart. And yeah, we are just going to have a look at what most likely is going to happen with Bitcoin, but also I'm going to talk a bit about what might happen over the next months ahead, which I want to illustrate with this specific chart. So guys, let's just jump straight into it. And first of all, guys, we have been getting so far a nice bounce from the support. And yesterday it actually looks like this could be rolling over. And today we have to we will see a little bit better what exactly is going on right here. But as you can see, we are trading below the 4-hour EMA ribbon. This is normally a very significant level because, as you can see, the moment we break above it, this generally acts as support. It's not like here you can see we break sometimes below it and then break above it, but generally this acts as support, and when we are trading below it, it generally acts as resistance. So I find it's very interesting that Bitcoin right now is knocking on the door of the 4-hour EMA ribbons, already riding the yellow line right there. You can see breaking above the yellow line and riding that yellow line already. So that's actually looking pretty good, to be honest. When we bring out Whirlpool data, we basically see little bit mixed signals across the board. So for example, right here, it's very clearly that the advantage is to the person who opens long positions. Why? There's no selling pressure. The sentiment is becoming neutral, which is not bullish, and we can see the momentum indicators coming up. So the price eventually went up, and what we can see right now is that we are seeing some rolling around of the momentum indicators, and the selling pressure slightly increases, but not too significant. So I would say right now there is no direct edge in what the likelihood is going to be to the upside, to the downside. It would be more laying around 50-50, and that's not for the long-term time frame, because I still think that this could continue to go to the upside, but in the short-term time frame we might come down and test the middle of the channel again, and maybe do something like this. Like I've been saying this already, like where we say a lower low in the price, higher low in the momentum indicator, like a bullish divergence. These things are possible. There's no guarantee for that. But right now important to watch is of course the 4-hour EMA ribbon, and the resistance is at 62.5k, and the support of course is the middle of the channel, which is roughly around 60k. So if we were to lose 60k, that would be very bearish. If we would retest 60k, I would see that as a nice new long opportunity, and breaking above the EMA ribbon I would also see as a long opportunity, because the moment we break above it, I think this will act as a support, and we can see a continuation of Bitcoin going higher, at least to the top of this channel, and maybe with the potential, like I mentioned in previous videos, to break out of that channel. And that's basically something I want to talk about. Firstly, I quickly want to mention that this chart is going to be the most important chart, maybe even more important than Bitcoin. This is the stablecoin dominance, because when this thing is breaking down, we already know that Bitcoin will be breaking out to the upside. And if this one will not break down, then we also don't see Bitcoin breaking out to the upside. This has an inverse correlation with Bitcoin. So this chart does exactly the opposite of what Bitcoin is doing. But sometimes you will see signals in this chart earlier than that you can actually see in Bitcoin. Now guys, let's zoom a little bit out right here. Let's go to the weekly time frame. And that is something I want to discuss with you, because we are already quite long in this bull market, right? We had the bear market low at November 2022. Very beautiful bear market low. We actually almost got it exactly on the date where we have the normal 4-year cycle low. So this was a perfect moment to actually basically go all in. But right now we are already some time in this bull market, but we haven't yet really seen the real acceleration, that part of the bull market where your neighbors, the barber, the plumber, everyone goes and talk about crypto. And normally that part only comes when we break the previous all-time high decisively. So we haven't done that yet. So when we look right now, we have been consolidating around the previous all-time high, which is, in my opinion, very bullish already. But we haven't broken above that. The moment we break above it, and that would be a break of this flag formation, we are going to see so much attention coming firstly to Bitcoin and then also to the whole crypto space in general. So this is always the moment, like in this time period, most money is made. That's actually crazy, but the most money is made in Bitcoin bull markets only in the last phase of the bull market, which is the parabolic phase, the euphoric state of the markets. So I think this is coming when we can break, when this pattern can resolve to the upside, and we can see it also in this chart, because this chart is showing us the interest in Bitcoin globally. So we can see, of course, that 2021 was very, that was also a bull market top, December 2017. This was 2021. Well, you can all see that in the price. Like this was 2017. Wait, let me do it. This was 2017. This was 2021. And you can see that the peaks of the price in Bitcoin correspond with the peak in interest in Bitcoin. And why is this interest so interesting? Because this interest shows us how much the retail investors and retail people, so also people who have nothing to do with trading, who have nothing to do with finance, are interested in Bitcoin. And right now that is at very low levels. As you can see, it's really at really low levels. We are right now at 17, and yeah, early 2000, or actually late 2020, we were also, of early 2020, we were also hovering around those levels. So the interest is really at low levels, which basically tells us that right now, in this market condition, when Bitcoin is consolidating at previous all-time highs, there is not much retail investors. The whole retail crowd has not arrived yet, and I think that's a very positive sign, because generally you want to be active in this market in these periods. In these periods where the interest is very low, you want to be active because not many people are buying Bitcoin, and so we are not yet seeing the parabolic phase. If you get active in that parabolic phase, the chance of you losing money, which most retail eventually does, is pretty high. So what normally happens once we break all-time high, the price really starts to catch up, right? And then the moment the price starts to catch up, it goes into, it's called price discovery. Price discovery is when the price goes in territory where it has never been. So before we broke the all-time high right here, we never been to this price territory, right? So this was, at this specific moment in time, it was price discovery. And that meant that all the news outlets, the local news, national news in every country was talking and mentioning Bitcoin. So all these people watching the news, and they get all influenced on an emotional basis from this happening. So you gotta imagine like this: these people are not busy with crypto at all during this time frame. They sometimes look, and they would even say when Bitcoin hit this low, or when Bitcoin hit this low, they are the ones that are saying like, nah, I don't believe in Bitcoin anymore. Bitcoin is dead. But those same people that believe Bitcoin are dead when Bitcoin is crashing on these moments, those are the same people that will re-enter their positions right here. But if you re-enter at these levels, you can see that already. It's very difficult to be profitable, because you really have a short time frame where you have to enter and exit in order to be profitable. Otherwise, it takes a very long time until you are back into profits. And often in this long time frame, these traders, or not traders, but investors, retail investors that invested during this time, they are selling right here because they get so sick of it. And of course here they also have to believe again that Bitcoin is dead and it will go nowhere. That's because they don't have a vision for the future, because their whole opinion and their whole feeling of the market is only based on what the news have told them. And that is the big problem, because the news tells them here it's positive and the news tells them here it's negative. And that's exactly the emotions that they experience, and they don't make their own decisions. They don't put in time, and they don't make their own decisions based on their own judgment, based on their own IQ. No, they just listen to the news. I've seen it so many times. Like, I don't want to talk too negative about these retail investors, but this is just a little bit the cycle of how how it works. It's just maybe the people that are not too much involved, that are not too much a believer of crypto, they are more prone for these emotional swings than the ones who are active during these times. Because the ones that are active during these times, reading books, learning about market conditions, learning themselves about trading, they really have more knowledge than the ones that are, of course, that makes sense, of course, than the ones that are entering around these periods in the markets. Also, when you enter around these periods in the markets, it's complete euphoria, everything goes up. So then that's also your experience, right? That's one of the most dangerous experiences, because if your brain and memory saved that, wow, the moment you enter crypto, it only goes up. I had that actually, because I was one of these retail investors right here at this bull market in crypto. I don't know. Late 2016, I actually entered Bitcoin and crypto. So look at this. This just only went up. So for me, this bear market also the 2018 bear market came completely unexpected. But yeah, of course, eventually you learn from it. You go to a new cycle, you learn from it, you make a lot of mistakes. That's also part of the deal. But most of the time, like I said, the peeps that are coming in the latest at the end of the bull market, they have the lowest chance to actually be profitable, because they have all odds against them, especially in an emotional sentence. And the emotional part of that whole story might be one of the most important parts of be a profitable trader or extract money out of the markets. So yeah, guys, that's just something that I want to prepare you a little bit for. If we do see something like this, where Bitcoin can resolve to the upside, we break out to the upside, we surpass the previous all-time high, I think we get a lot of media attention. We will see an acceleration at price. The focus first will be on Bitcoin the first month or two, I think. And then, of course, if Bitcoin has rallied out and seen the first stop, so somewhere right here, if it's seen the first rally and it starts the first correction, that is most of the time when the major altcoin season starts. So yeah, guys, this is basically what I'm watching right now. There's definitely no guarantee of this at all, but it just looks like if we just zoom out, and Bitcoin has been consolidating so long at the previous all-time high, and right now we actually have a decent chance of like leaving this channel. We cannot leave that untouched, of course. So that's something I just wanted to share with you. Also, let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think is going to happen with Bitcoin. Do you think that we are actually able for now to break above this channel and to maybe go into that acceleration phase of the bull market? Let me know in the comment section. I'm very interested in that. And guys, if you like this video, of course, make sure to leave a thumbs up. That's very much appreciated. And I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful Sunday. And I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.